Hello.
Hi. That's it now.
Introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
Hi guys. My name is Aisha.
Hi, and I'm Anthony.
Let's go. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very different. As you can see, I have my friends here. Meet Aisha. Aisha is my friend from Northumbria University, and this is Anthony.
Anthony, yeah.
And today we are going to be talking about our experiences so far in the UK, the good and the bad. So I'll be asking them few questions. So we're not just going to be highlighting the bad experiences, of course. We're also going to be talking about the positive sides, just so we don't scare you guys. So I'm going to start with Anthony. By the way, Anthony is a big man. You guys should not ignore all these UK levels. So now Anthony had was really established back in Nigeria, and he had to just let go of everything. He had to sacrifice everything, for the future of his family and everything. So now I'm going to start with you, Anthony. Would you look back and say it's been worth everything? It's been worth the sacrifice?
Okay, well, I would say it's still a journey. Um, at this point, I can't really come to that conclusion yet. But I would say it's been interesting. It's been a life-changing experience. But ultimately, I hope that I can get to the point where I say it's worth it.
I forgot to add, he's a wise man. So some of us tap inspiration and knowledge from him, by the way. So now I'm going to ask Aisha the next question.
Player.
Aisha, how have you been able to juggle between school and work?
Um, it's not really a big deal because as an international student, you are just allowed to work 20 hours a week. And looking at 20 hours, like you just working 2 days a week. And basically, I get to work just Saturday and Sundays, meaning Monday to Friday, I get to come to school, do school works. The only difference is I don't really get to relax. She understand. Like I don't get to relax, which is okay. I have to work over the weekend. Then on Monday you have to go back to school. So it's not been easy because no time to really relax and reflect back because it's basically about school work and all. Yeah, I won't say it's that tough and it's not that easy. So just in between.
Yeah. Thank you. Now we're back to the wise man again. So now, Anthony, are there days where you feel like, oh, this is the best decision I have made so far, even though we're just months on this journey? So, are there times or days where some circumstances will make you feel like, oh, this is the best decision I've made? And are there also days that you feel like, oh, I wish I didn't make this decision? Like looking back, oh, I regret coming to the UK.
Okay, so there are highs and lows. For my lows, I wouldn't use the word regret. Yeah, so looking at everything, the experiences, the people that I've had the opportunity to meet, yes, there are obvious high days, and considering the fact that beyond academics, it's also an opportunity to explore. I'll say yes, it's been a good decision, and then especially for my son, having the kind of facilities that we have at his disposal is something that I would probably have paid through my nose, for him to get those kind of experiences back home. Yeah, but down on my low days, yes, I've had a couple of those times, for someone who's used to earning, for someone who's been in the workplace for quite a while, taking that career break. And unlike Aisha, for example, I've not had the luxury of working here in the UK because my timetable is a bit hectic. I have to be in school virtually every day of the week. And then I have to be able to create time for family and my son too. So um, I've not been able to fit work into that, but then what that means is there's a lot of pressure on our savings. And then for someone who's used to earning, that's a lot of shifts in terms of what I'm used to, and yes, there are those days where I have to be extra prudent. I have to virtually live on a budget, which was not something that I used to be very strict on, So yeah, it's been mixed feelings, but it's like I said, it's been a journey, and hopefully we'll get to that point where we take stock, and then we say it's been worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, some of us also share in this same thought. Actually, it's a mixed feeling, because by the time you weigh some things and you look at it, it's actually a mixed feeling. Thank you so much. Now, back to the diva again. um don't worry, we're rounding up. We are going now to your third question, Aisha. um what were your expectations
Coming to
before
the UK.
coming to the UK,
Okay.
and were those expectations met?
Okay. Okay. I'm this kind of person that right from time I've always made more research about the UK and about people studying in the UK. So I wasn't expecting much. I just probably just needed a change of environment from where I used to be, just experiencing a new lifestyle. So I wasn't expecting so much. So I think because I wasn't expecting so much, it was just okay to take things a day at a time. Unlike some other people that were expecting so much because okay, they were coming to abroad and they also like they expected everything to just change drastically, and now it's not as they've expected. So like they felt bad, but I wasn't expecting much. I just felt okay. I'm just going to go take it a day at a time, and that's it. So I'm just taking it a day at a time and enjoying the new environment and whatever expectation that is coming. That's it.
Thank you. Now we're back to Anthony. This is the last question, I promise.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think somehow you've been able to answer this question. This somehow from your previous answers. But I think I should still go ahead and ask if you could share more light on this. As a father, how have you been able to cope with multitasking? Because there's so many um adjustments to be made. Back home in Nigeria, we have lots of help. There are school buses, unlike here where there are no school buses to come pick up your child to school, and there are so many daycares, unlike here, that child minding is, you have to pay through your nose, and most times you have to do a lot of things by yourself, which we didn't really used to do back home. So how have you been able to transition from that life to now?
Okay, I would say um not so difficult, in the sense that we we got the opportunity to know that things are a bit different, and in terms of how we planned, we took all of that into consideration. Yeah. So like you mentioned, life here is a bit different. Most things here you do it yourself, so I think that on the flip side of things, I've been a lot more involved in my son's life like I was back home. I think back home we had a living nanny, and then we had a nursery that was just around the same block, the same building with my wife's office, so it was a bit easy. But here I don't have that luxury. For his age he's not entitled to school, but all the same we've put him in school. We pay for that, which is quite affordable considering school is just less than 5 minutes walk from home. So I think it's been relatively okay, except for the fact that have become a lot more involved in in childcare, and well, I would say that there were things that ordinarily maybe back home I wouldn't do, um, that I've had to be hands on with, and I think that I would say that I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for the fact that I'm able to bond. Post school, I I don't think I would have the luxury of time to do all of the things that I'm doing with him now. So I would say I just cherish this moment, and hopefully not much would change in terms of the time that I get to spend with him. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I told you guys, he's a big man. He said daycare is affordable. It's not affordable, but to him, it is affordable. So now, back to the queen. Final question, I promise. Okay, now, enough of the whole adjusting, blah blah blah. What would you say are the pros? I think Anthony has mentioned a few, the facilities, infrastructure, and everything. So, what would you say are the pros? Now, let's leave the negatives aside.
There's just one thing I'm so heavy about, like that. It's a great one. Is the issue of security. From where I came from, I don't think I can actually walk around the clock. Like I can't just decide to wake up like at middle of the night that okay, I want to step out. It's like you'll definitely be scared. But here in this country, you can decide to wake up any time of the day. You want to go to work any time of the day. And yeah, in the UK, buses stop at a particular time, so you have to walk to anywhere you want to go to, or just take the cab or something. Because I've had times where I had to wake up as early as 4 o'clock because I was going to work, and because I don't think bus started running at that time, so I had to walk all the way. So it was safe, and I was the only one on the road. So like I wasn't scared of being kidnapped. I wasn't scared of anyone robbing me. So it's just the issue of security. Like security is like it's so good here. So I would say security, honestly, security here in the UK is just very okay.
The pros,
Okay.
apart from
What I would just add to what she said is the fact that the structure. Okay. If there's anything that I'm big on is um, I like to plan ahead, and I like to be able to take calculated risks. So I think one of the pros for me here is the fact that you could set a timeline. You can plan ahead. And in terms of the variables that can impact whatever plan you have, it's minimal. Unlike back home where you have to take a whole lot of things into consideration, and then you're really not sure. So like I say, there are a whole lot of things that used to be prayer points, that today are considered normal. So I think those are just majorly the highs for me.
So that's it, guys. Um, you heard from these big people. So if you have plans of coming into the UK, you've heard the pros, you've heard the cons. Don't be discouraged. Even though it's not a bed of roses anywhere in the world, no country has it all. We also struggle sometimes. Some days we just even want to quit, especially if you're coming as a student and you're the one studying. It's really hard, combining school and work and everything. So if you are coming, just have it at the back of your mind. Like Aisha said, she already had it, she already prepared her mind for the good and the bad. Don't just assume that everything is good, so when you come, you're going to end up being disappointed. So just have it at the back of your mind that you are going to experience both sides. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and till we see you again.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. Yes. Thank you. You guys, let me thank them for coming. These people are VIP people, but I was able to hijack them for a few minutes, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. Till I see you guys again in the next video. Take care. Bye.